ourselves. No thank you, no more thank you. We are exactly ourselves. No progress, no progress at all. Okay, we are exactly ourselves. However, we don't know much about who we are. So this is the most miserable thing for human being. We are exactly ourselves. Unfortunately, we don't know much of who you are. See, the thing is, this. Everything is just they prove us who we are right now, right here. Right now, excuse me. So, when I face this, I just become this. See, without doing anything, When I just face this, I simply just become as I face this without doing anything, Yeah, these are the what you call this kind of the marvelous things. This kind of marvelous things we completely just dropped away. Always. This is the most important thing for human being to just realize what it is. What it is. You see, we never just have any question. We never have any question. Although we just acting. We are just acting complete and universal. See, our activities as dog and then master dog that teach us. Our activity is a complete and universal. Nothing concerned with what we are thinking, about the self or ego. You see, universal and complete activity. Any kind of activity, any kind of action is all complete and universal. These things we really have to realize. Otherwise, we never be able to just satisfy with everything. we never be able to just satisfy with everything. And we never be able to feel great ease. Once you just realize this, you completely satisfy with everything. But we just completely satisfy with what's going on here and feel so great ease. So this is the most important thing for us to do. Okay, so we go back to the text, what the Geno is saying. So today's one is a very important thing. Okay, where is it? Okay, here it is. Progress. Progress is a regression. Progress and regression. You see, what people thinking about the progress and the regression. Regression is a different thing, but that is not true. Progress and regression is exactly same. See, exactly same. See, the progress never exists without the regression. Regression never exists without the progress. That's the reason. Progress and regression is exactly same to be to be understandable. See, the progress never just exists. See, as I mentioned, without regression. Progress and regression is exactly the same. In another word, equality and discrimination is exactly same. Exactly same. See, the equality never be able to exist without discrimination. Discrimination never be able to exist without the equality. Reason why is the equality and the discrimination are exactly the same. However, as far as the thinking or thought, people just think about that's completely different. That's a total misunderstanding. Equality and the discrimination are exactly the same. See, when I just face this, see, when I face this or when I face this, exactly, no different at all. When I face this, everything just come out in my eyes. See, as there is equality, as there is equality, and then what you think about the discrimination just come out within equality. See, when I face this, see, the things just come out as it is. But see, I can this one is not the same. This one is not the same. This kind of separation, kind of the discretion just happened. When I face this, everything just come out exactly as it is. This is equality. This is equality. But this one and this one never just the same. See, I can distinguish, so I can distinguish this one and this one, this one. This is a discrimination. Mm-hmm. Discrimination just happen in the equality. The equality just happen in discrimination. Exactly same. But thinking also, people say that's entirely different. Totally misunderstanding. The people don't know much about who we are. That's the reason this kind of misunderstanding just happens. Once you just become this one itself, there is no difference. Nothing just happens as far as the difference between this and equality and the discrimination. See, exactly same, no difference. So we don't have any problem, and we don't have any questions. Right. That's the reason we have to realize who we are. Okay. So the progress in the regression is, as I just mentioned, like, nothing different at all. See, as far as the thinking or thoughts, see, there is a totally different between progress and the regression, but that is another truth. Okay. So what it say is, if you hear it, you hear it. If you hear it, you hear it. If you see it, you see it. Very simple. Very, very simple. When you see it, you see it. When you hear it, you hear it. It's very simple. Only this the function or action just happen. Or whatever you are doing, wherever you are, this simplest the action or activity just happens. Only this. So if I say more, see, only this. When I clap my hand, you simply become what I just, as I just clap. See, the sound just come out. You totally become as so you just become sound itself. Nothing more, nothing less. Simple. You see, nothing more, nothing less. This is the truth of the universe. This is the reality of the universe. Only this, what you call the activity, action exists. You see, when I clap my hand, see, what you thinking about the universe just come out. Then, and at the same time, universe completely gone away. This is the reality of the universe. This is the reality of all what we thinking about the self or ego. Okay. If you hear it, you hear it. If you see it, you see it. There is no one who is not. Everybody just act exactly same as everyone. No different at all. So no different. So that what you think about the progress or regression never happens. Never happens. We just act exactly the same as it is. Very simple. Very simple. There is no one who is not. This is all in one. Oneness. See, all the people thinking about there are so many people, but one. Very fortunate. Only one. Okay. This is all in one, and the pass out and the finish. Totally end. Nothing left at all. Okay. The universe is yours. This is a tremendous, wonderful, marvelous thing. See, once you realize what it is, so then the universe becomes yours. Okay, congratulations, congratulations. Such a totally different scale. What you think about the human being? What you think about the human is so tiny, so tiny. So what you think about it? So I should say what you think about the self or ego is so tiny, such a tiny thing. But your true self is such a huge one, huge. Then you'll be able to just realize such a huge reality, such a huge reality. So you do doesn't until you just encounter to yourself. This is the most important thing. See? Therefore, there is no need to think about gaining more because your universe is You are universe itself. Once you realize, once you encounter your true self, you are universe itself. So you don't need to you don't need to gain any more things. See, because you are universe. See, so there is no need to think about gaining more. See, what people thinking about gain, try to what people thinking about try to gain a government such as such, useless. No? Once you just realize who you are, you don't need to have any more things. You don't want to gain any more things because the universe itself completely satisfied with who you are, because universe itself. So therefore, there is no need to think about gaining more exactly. There is no place to go exactly because wherever you are, this is this is the total. The place you just be is a whole universe. Nothing more, nothing less. No. So you don't need to think about we should go there. No. Nothing more or less. See, wherever you are, this is a whole thing, all free. This is a tremendous satisfaction. So there is no place to go, no place to retreat. So in another word, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do completely nothing gain, nothing to gain, nothing to seek. See, this is a tremendous, huge the personality. Okay. Wherever you stay, you are free. You are free. So, see, as I mentioned about before, as I just mentioned about before, you are everything. You are everything because your universe itself. Although you are everything, but you are completely separate from everything. Listen to yourself. See, you are everything. You are everything, but you are completely separate from everything. Very fantastic. Right. So, but although you just understand what I say in concept, there is no use. So you have to become a person. You have to become a person who just become as he just faced. Once you just realize this, once you just become this person, you are completely free from everything. Completely free everything. So this is not based. This is not based on anyone's teaching. See? This is a very fantastic. This is a very wonderful. Without knowing anything, we can just act as we have to, as we should do, as we have to do. You see, without knowing, without having any intellectual understanding, without perfectly, without having any intellectual understanding, knowledge. See, we can just perfectly just what knowledge here. Our activity, our action is exactly as I mentioned, see, without knowing, without understanding, without knowledge. See, we can do everything. What we are required to do. Such a perfect activity, action, all the time. We can do. We have been doing them. So therefore, there is no need to think about gaining more. So as I mentioned, we are a person who are nothing to seek, nothing to gain. This kind of person, this kind of person is very much marvelous. See, just like you may know much about the Zen master Ryokan. He's a very famous Japanese the Zen master Ryokan. He's exactly no other person who is nothing to gain, nothing more, nothing to see. But she is completely satisfied with everything. Hi. So you can do it. Okay, this is not based on anyone's teaching. See, we don't need to. Although I don't deny the knowledge, I don't deny the knowledge, but without having any knowledge, we can completely act. We can completely act. This is very important. What do people thinking about? Because because our activity is very much concerned with knowledge, we're thinking of our thought. So that without thinking of our thought, without knowledge, we cannot do anything. This is totally misunderstanding. This is totally misunderstanding. See, our true activity is that we just simply act. We simply act. Before we just think about what we have to do, what we should do them. Our activity is simply act. See, before we thinking about what we have to do, what we should do. That's the reason our activity action is nothing concerned with thinking or thought. Totally different from thinking of thought. So that's the Zen master knowing just the teachers. See, you should cease practice based on intellectual understanding and pursuit and not pursuit pursuit later in the world. See? Because our activity is nothing concerned with thinking or thought or intellectual understanding. See, totally different. So for a while, for a time being, you just release the thinking or thoughts. This doesn't. This doesn't. If you can do, then you'll be able to encounter. So what the Dogen, Zen Master Dogen say, something I can just but anyhow, then you'll be able to encounter through yourself. This doesn't, the Zen Master Dogen just recommend us to do. See? Although it's easy to say, but especially European, be able to difficult to do. But never give up. Never. See, the thing is, we have been just doing. See what as Zen Master Dogen mentioned. As I just mentioned, our activity is nothing concerned with thinking or thought. So you don't need to worry about it. So simply just release the thinking and so as the, you see, nothing happens. Even you just throw away the thinking or so that nothing happens because our activity right now, that here, our activity is nothing concerned with thinking or so. Our activity, as the Master Dogen teaches, as our activity is completing the universal, completing the universe. Right? So you don't need to worry about that. So simply you just throw away thinking or thought as this doesn't, if you can do it, so you'll be able to satisfy with everything. Okay. This is based on anyone's teaching. In another word, as I just mentioned, what the Master Dogen. See, the activity, nothing concerned with the intellectual understanding. Very great. Very good. So this is not based on anyone's teaching, nor does it depend on one's own strength. See, as an ordinary person try to do the things as they have to do, as they are required, see, by their the will or the kind of the strength. Even the people try to do it. People cannot do it because our activity is nothing concerned with the thinking or thought. So simply we just throw away the thinking and thought as this is totally enough. This is not a teaching of anybody. This is not a teaching of anybody. It's not. It doesn't depend on one's own strength. It's a natural. It's a natural subtlety. Natural subtlety is what's doing. The Master Dogen, they mentioned the teachers. Our activity is completed universal. Completely universal. See? So you don't need to worry about anything. Just simply just throw the release, the thinking or thought as this is totally enough. So not only doing is nothing, but also whatever you just doing. See? Is the thinking or thinking or thoughts come out in your mind. So you simply release them as the this is that whole day. Well, in a sense, it's totally difficult, but you do. If sincerely wanna just encounter through yourself, this through yourself is a tremendous, huge one. More than the universe, Okay. This is not a teaching of anybody. It doesn't depend on one's own strength. It's a natural subtlety. It is now. That is now. Loud and right here, right now. See? So if you just if you are separate from right now, right here, you never be able to encounter. You never be able to realize who you are. Right now, right here. See, right now, right here is the most important place to practice. Right now, right here. Otherwise, you never be able to encounter, or you never able to just realize for you. Right now, right here. When you face this, you totally become as you face it. When you face this, you totally become you as you face. This is right now, right here. See, this activity prove you who you are right now. See, this, or this. See, just to prove you who you are. Right now, right here. Never just try to figure out who you are by thinking or thought, by concept. That's impossible. Thinking or thought or concept is not the truth. It's not the truth. See? This sound is a complete reality. When you face the things, it's a complete reality. Reality just the proof who we are. Only reality, only truth can prove who we are. See? This is a very important thing. See? That's the reason you never be separated from right now, right here. See? This is the most important thing as far as practice. Right now, right here. If you do not let yourself be distracted by the present, you will become this person. Once you just become as you face it. See, if you never be separated from present, see, you simply become this person. You see, you'll be able to just realize what Shakyamuni Buddha realized as who we are. Right. So right now, right here is a very important, the most important thing. See, so you should not be separate from right now, right here. So that what you cannot be separate from right now, right here is Zazen. See, what Zazen is, as I mentioned about all the times. See, the more you just release the thinking or thought as fear, the more you just become as you face it. See, then you completely become present itself. Right now, right here, itself. There is no separation between the things and death. See, you totally forget about that and this. See, you never be able to distinguish which is which. This is you totally forget everything. Right. Then you'll be able to encounter to yourself. Right. Very clear, very clear. You see, so that this doesn't. If you can do, you'll be able to just encounter to yourself. That is other. Okay. The thought does come out quickly, free, and there is no trace of that. See, yeah, as I always mentioned, thinking was just simply come out without any reason. Without any reason. Just simply come out and disappear. The coming out is disappearing. What people thinking about, thinking just come out with any reason, then disappear later. So that, see, always coming out and disappearing the left remain. So that's the reason people just try to just figure out what's what it is, what's the reason, that kind of thinking will come out, what deal with, also in the stuff. Useless, totally useless, without energy. And just coming out, and the total, at the same time disappearing. Nothing left at all. Then you just recognize that. Then you just recognize that. Then the thinking and the thinking coming out in your mind and what you think about the self separated by thinking or thought. And you just write to say, what's the reason that there is such a long, useless action activity people have to do. Totally in vain. Okay, just simply slow down, release the this is totally enough. Because the thinking of thoughts just come out in your mind without any reason, just simply come out without any reason. So the thought or thinking does come out quickly, free, coming out in the disappearing, coming out is disappearing, nothing less. This is true no matter how many thoughts come out. See how many thoughts. See what people think, so many thinking just come out in their mind. This is totally misunderstood. Always one. Always one. See, that's the kind of world, only world, so many. See, the word so many doesn't mean so many, just so many. But after you just the word of so many, you put the meaning of it. See, but the word itself, so many, word itself doesn't have so many. One. Never be deceived by word or thinking. This is very important. You see, whatever the thinking, whatever so many thinking or thoughts, just come out in your mind. Always one. But such a quickly movement, such a quickly action, the people just completely deceive it by the words of so many. The only ones you don't need to worry about anything. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Even so many thinking or thoughts just come out in your mind. Only one. Always only one. It's important to attend to the movement of the moment. See? So take a look at sincerely or carefully, just take a look at what's going on with your activity. See? Well, people are totally misunderstanding this, our activity or actions. And what is the total misunderstanding? What's the total misunderstanding is people thinking about the activity or the action just come out from what we think about the self or ego. But this is totally misunderstood, as I just mentioned before. The reality, the truth is our activity just simply the acting, doing without what we think about the self or ego. Congratulations. We don't need to worry. We don't need to worry about anything. So once, although you just understand what I say in concept or by thinking or thought, there is no use. There is no use. So you do zazen. The zazen. What the zazen is? See, whatever thinking or thought come out in your mind. See, the thinking or thought come out in your mind without any reason. So you don't need to care much about that. Simply just release there. This is totally enough. So the Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarch Alex just recommend us to do this. And someday, who never say when, but someday, definitely you'll be able to encounter true self. This true self is entirely different from what you think about the self or ego. This true self is such a huge, more than what you think about the universe, more than the universe. So this is the most valuable things for us to do. Hi. So great. So if you have any questions, so just send the email or call me and ask me what the question is. See, because as I just already mentioned, our thinking was so delicate, so sensitive. So the people easily be deceived. So just ask. Then the more you just ask, and the more you understand who you are, even in concept, then you'll be able to do dozen more. Then someday. Okay, this doesn't continually, constantly. I would like to ask you to do. Hi. Thank you so much.
Next
Maybe.
Dharma Talk はゴールデンウィークセッションというんですかね。
いや。はい。
アーリーネクストマス。
はい、どうぞ。
はい。ね。ネクスト。はい。はい、ネクスト。 Next Dharma talk schedule is coming early next month. So it's not the regular schedule. So after about 10 days, yes, next Dharma talk coming. Yes.
So happy to just meet you soon.
That's right. Yes,
Because you don't look like happy. You don't look like. But not much 1 month absence. Maybe half. So very happy.
I guess 2 times or 3 times.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I will confirm with
why you can say so. Okay, so maybe the 2 weeks later, we'll be able to stay each year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias. So never forget about say. Never forget about
Gracias.
Okay. Gracias.